Hello everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep and welcome to this yet another session from this series of Crack Cat 2002 with us, 22 with us. Hi, good afternoon, Varun Ranganathan. Good to see you too. Good afternoon, everyone else. So before we start with our today's session, please confirm it once to me. Is everything okay? Can you all hear me? Can you all see me? Is everything fine? Hi, education world. Good afternoon. Is it raining at your side? No, Varun, not raining today. I mean, it was raining for last few days though. लेकिन आज काफी हालात बेहतर है. Very good afternoon to all of you once again. So, in the last class that was yesterday at 1 p.m., we had the session of Arithmetic 1. Arithmetic 1 में basically हम लोगों ने कुछ questions किए from the previous year CAT papers. And those questions were primarily from percentages, profit loss and discount, and some of these areas. Today we have arithmetic 2, which again would be taking up some questions from the areas which were not discussed yesterday. We will also be having arithmetic 3, where we'll be taking up questions from time, speed, distance, time and work, etc. The simple reason is we all know that arithmetic is the most important part for us in the exam. So therefore, we are going to spend more time on arithmetic and we are going to discuss all kind of questions that appear from different parts of it. Okay. So once again, a very good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mohit Upadhyay. Good afternoon, Charu. Good afternoon, Maitre Dhawan. And good afternoon to all the newcomers as well. The process would be the same. I'll show you the question. First of all, you will try it by yourself. After that, we will do it together. And then we will go on to question number 2. And then we'll go on to question number 3. And that ways 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. We will be moving on to the other questions as well, one after the other. Good afternoon, Aditya Sharma. So let's start with the first question. The first question on your screen is here. Let's see who answers fastest to these questions. Naveen sir is not coming these days for taking any sessions. Possibly he might not be available for classes, though I have no idea about that. I mean, he might be on leave, therefore this might be happening. Again, whatever questions we are taking today, they are again from previous year CAT papers, and our more focus would be on the way we should be dealing with these questions. What is the right way of doing it? So education world got the answer as A. Aditya Sharma got the answer as A. Varun Ranganathan got the answer as A. Okay. So we have got three answers till now. All three are saying A. Mohit Upadhyay also got A. Okay. Maitre Dhawan also got A. Anuja got A. Okay. Chaliye, I think we can start doing it now. A lot many answers have come. I am sure most of them are correct. Rather, all of them should be correct because everyone is saying A. A set of consecutive positive integers beginning with 1 is written on the blackboard. A student came along and erased one number. The average of the remaining numbers is 35 and 7 by 17. What was the number erased? So I'm using just one simple trick over here. Let us say I write a few numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the average of these five numbers? Can I say the average of these five numbers is equal to 3? Average of these five numbers is 3. But if I have numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the average of these numbers would be 3.5. If I have numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, The average of these numbers would be 5.5. So when you write some consecutive numbers, can I say average of the numbers would be actually the middle number or the average of the middle two numbers? Either it is the middle number or it is the average of the middle two numbers. So 1 2 3 4 5 में middle 3 है, so the average is 3. 1 2 3 4 5 6 में middle में there are two numbers 3 and 4, so the average is the average of 3 and 4, that is 3.5. Similarly, if you write 1 to 10, the average would be the average of the middle two numbers, that is equal to 5.5. And that's how you get the average of the numbers. तो अगर consecutive numbers अगर मैं लिख रहा हूं, the average would always be the average of the middle two numbers or it would be the middle number. So basically the average would lie in the middle of those numbers, right? Even if I skip a number, let's say मैं यहाँ पे एक number 8 नहीं लेता, so still my average would be something like 5.2 or 4.9 or something like that, but it will be very close to the middle of the numbers. First thing. Second, if I look at this, the average of the remaining numbers is 35 and 7 by 17. What is the formula for average? Average का formula is sum of all the numbers divided by the total number of numbers. Average is sum of all the numbers divided by total number of numbers. यहाँ पे I get that 35 and 7 by 17, if I solve it, it gives me 602 divided by 17. So sum of the numbers is a multiple of 602 and the total number of numbers is a multiple of 17, because there must have been something which has been cancelled out, because possibly it might be 1204 by 34 कि 2 cancel out होके 602 by 17 बन गया. Possibly it was 1806 by 51 कि 3 cancel out होके 602 by 17 बन गया. But in any case I can say the total number of numbers must be a multiple of 17. If I use both the things together, first process मुझे क्या कहती है? The first process says the average would lie somewhere in the middle of the numbers. Second process says कि number of numbers should be a multiple of 17. तो इन दोनों का यूज करके I can say if my average is around 35, that means average is around 35 का मतलब सीधा सीधा ये हुआ that the total number of numbers are around 70. 35 should be the middle, so total number of numbers should be around 70, and the number of numbers is a multiple of 17, so around 70 and a multiple of 17 is 68. That means this 602 divided by 17 is the average of 68 numbers. It is the average of 68 numbers. And if it is an average of 68 numbers, the denominator should be 68, which means 17 into 4. The numerator should also be 2408, that is 602 into 4. So 68 numbers का average आया 2408 divided by 68. But this is the average after erasing one number. So before erasing the number, can I say there were 69 numbers? After erasing one number, we have 68 numbers. So before erasing that one number, we had 69 numbers. And if there were 69 numbers initially, what was the sum of 69 numbers? Sum of n numbers का क्या formula होता है? N into n plus 1 divided by 2, which is 2415. This means that initially sum of the numbers was 2415. The student missed one of the numbers and he got 68 numbers and average as 2408 by 68, which means the number that he missed was 2415 minus 2408, which is equal to 7. So therefore, first option is the right answer. The first option is the correct answer in this case. I hope you all got my point. This was a slightly lengthy question, but this was a question that was asked in CAT way back. काफी साल पहले की बात है. But yes, such kind of questions are common not only in CAT but in the other exams as well. This concept is going to work for you many a time. So just these two things you always have to keep in mind. If there is any kind of average और उस average में आप denominator में देख रहे हो कि there is a specific multiple of a number, so you can always say that the total number of numbers whose average is taken should be a multiple of that number. Second, if consecutive numbers are written, the average is always around the middle of those consecutive numbers, which will give you an idea कि total number of numbers कितने के आसपास रहे होंगे, and after erasing one, whatever is the number, वो किसका multiple होना चाहिए. So here we could easily say, because average is around 35, total number should be around 70, and average has 17 in denominator, which tells me the total number of numbers must be a multiple of 70. Okay, so that's how we get the answer for this first question. I'm sure all of you got it now. We have discussed it once again. So the answer for this first question is 7. I see that Education World, Aditya and Varun were the first people to answer. That's very good. We can also take multiple of average 35, which is 7 and 5. I don't think so, Varun. That is going to help you in this case. Chaliye, I'll move on to question number 2 now. So here is question number 2 for all of you. Let me see who answers fastest once again. Varun is the first person to answer. He says 1 is to 3. Good, Varun. Can you please read the question? It says a milkman mixes 20 liters of water with 80 liters of milk. After selling one fourth of this mixture, he adds water to replenish the quantity that he has sold. What is the current proportion of water to milk? Aditya got the answer as C. Education World got the answer as A. Charu Smriti got the answer as A. Parth also got it as A. So we have got 5 answers till now, 2 C's and 3 A's. Ashwin also got A. Aditya says 40-60, which is A. Maitre Dhawan says A. Mohit Upadhyay says A. Let's have a look at this. Dekhte hain. A milkman mixes 20 liters of water with 80 liters of milk. So currently I can say water is to milk is 20 is to 80, which is 1 is to 4. After selling one fourth of this mixture, he adds water to replenish the quantity that he has sold. If he sold one fourth of the mixture and he added water, that means milk was taken out by one fourth, it was not replenished. So milk वापस नहीं आया, water came out, water came back. Milk तो आया नहीं. So milk was initially 4 by 5 of the total. Then one fourth of this mixture was taken out. So one fourth of the milk was also taken out. So what is the milk left? It is 3 by 4 of that. So 3 by 4 of 4 by 5 is 3 by 5. So currently milk is 3 by 5 of the mixture. And if milk is 3 by 5 of the mixture, then water would be 1 minus 3 by 5. That is 2 by 5 of the mixture. Question is asking you what is the ratio of water to milk? If water is 2 by 5, milk is 3 by 5, the ratio of water to milk is 2 is to 3. So 2 is to 3. Option A is the correct answer. The first person to answer was Education World, followed by Charu, Parth, Ashwin, and then many other people also said A. That's great. Very good, Ashwini, Akanksha, Guru Prasad, Anuja. All of you had got the answer as A. I would say this is a pure sitter that was asked in CAT. CAT ऐसे questions आपसे पूछता है. Last year also I saw a question in replacements which was purely a sitter. It was like 9 liters is taken out and replaced by water, and this process is done once again. And finally, the ratio of milk and water is 9 is to 16. So, what was the original quantity of the total solution? So, that's again a very basic question of replacement that they keep asking you. That was question number 2 for all of you. I'm sure all of you understood this. The right answer to this question was 2 is to 3. Let us see who answers fastest for question number 3. Till now, I see that Education World has been at the top, right? In this question, in the previous question, Varun and Aditya were also there among the top. And this time, again, I saw Charu and Parth were at the top, along with Education World. So, what is your name, Education World, by the way? I would address you by your name then. Let's move on to question number 3. Here is question number 3 for all of you. Another question from Cat. So once again, Education World got the first answer as E. Varun Ranganathan also got E. Aditya Sharma also got E. Maitre Dhawan also got E. Very good. Music Core got E. Dipankar. Okay, okay. So are you the same Dipankar who is our student? There also your name, I mean, comes by the letter D. Pragya also got E. Ritik also got E. Anuja also got E. So everyone is saying E till now. Okay, okay, Dipankar. So let's have a look at this question now. So 10 years ago, the ages of the members of a joint family of 8 people was 231 years. So 10 years ago, okay, there are 8 members. 8 members. The total age of these 8 members was 231 years. 3 years later. So can I say 10 years ago, say 3 years later is 7 years ago. 7 years ago, he says, one member died at an age of 60 and a child was born during the same year. इसका मतलब in these 3 years, the ages of these 8 members should have increased by 24. But then a member at an age of 60 died and a baby was born. So basically the age of the baby is 0, that is added. Age of the person died was 60, that is subtracted, and 24 is the sum of all the ages of all those 8 people, which should have increased in these 3 years. But because a member went, a member came in, so can I say still there are 8 members with us? The number of members is still equal to 8. और आगे चलते हैं. After another 3 years, 3 और साल लगा देते हैं, that means till 4 years ago, till 4 years ago, one more member died at an age of 60. So again, in these 3 years, the age again must have increased by 24, but then again a member died and a child was born during the same year. So that means plus 0 is also done, right? So once again, the number of members is 8 only. The current average age of this 8 member family. So current matlab after another 4 years. In these 4 years, the ages of these 8 members would further increase by 32. So if I calculate the total age of all these people, 231 plus 24 plus 24 plus 32, तो ये आ जाएगा आपके पास plus 80 minus 120, that is minus 80 minus 120 is minus 40. So 231 minus 40 बन जाएगा 191. If sum of all the ages is 191, so 191 divided by the 8 members, this will give you the average age of all these people. This comes out to be 23.875, which is very close to 24. So I would give the answer as option E, that is 24. The average age of all these members should be equal to 24 years. So now just tell me, is there any doubt that you guys are having at any stage? Please tell me. सबको समझ आया है? Everyone has got answer correct. That is option E. Understood everyone? Moderator says to us not the right answer, but the quite right approach is important. Please explain the approach for question 2. Okay, moderator, that we have already done, I suppose, है ना? We discussed the approach for that. Okay, everyone, I'm sure that this is clear to all. There is no doubt about it. So we can move ahead now after question number 3. That is next question number 4. Here it is on your screen. Let's see who beats Dipankar this time. For the last 3 questions, Dipankar has been answering the first. Ashwani, these are all previous year CAT questions, not from a specific book. So this time Music Core is the first one to answer. He says A. Varun Ranganathan is the next one to answer. He also says A. Dipankar is the next person to answer. Dipankar also got A. Aditya Sharma got A. Ashwani, these are previous year questions as I told you. Harika got A. Okay. Ashwani also got A. Let's start doing it now. Suppose C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5 are 5 companies. The profits made by C1, C2, C3 are in the ratio of 9 is to 10 is to 8. So C1, C2, C3, the profits made by them are in a ratio of 9 is to 10 is to 8. While the profits made by C2, C4, C5 are in the ratio of 18, 19, 20. So C2, C4 and C5, they are in a ratio of 18, 19 and 20, right? This is the ratio. 18, 19 and 20. So you can always say that original ratio, right? वो क्या दे रखा है? 9, 10, 8, 0, sorry, 0, 0 तो नहीं बोलना चाहिए. I think that will be wrong. The original ratio is given as 9, 10, 8 and after that we don't have the two figures. Then C2, C4, C5 is 18, 19, 20. Then we don't have the other figures. What can we do? Because we have C2 common over here, let's make C2 equal for both of them. A common multiple of 10 and 18 is 90. And how would I get 90? By multiplying the first ratio by 5 and by multiplying the second ratio, sorry, by 9 and by multiplying the second ratio by 5. First ratio को 9 से multiply कर दो, second को 5 से. When you multiply it by 9, 9 into 9 gives me 81. 9 into 10 gives me 90. 9 into 8 gives me 72. 5 into 18 gives me 90. 5 into 19 is 95. And 5 into 20 is 100. So I can say the ratio of C1, C2, C3, C4, C5 is this. Now he says C5 has made a profit of 19 more than C1. So C5 is 19 more than C1. In this ratio is actually C5 is 19 more than C1. That means the actual figures are these only which are on your screen. 81 CR is for C1, 90 CR is for C2, 72 CR is for C3, 95 CR is for C4, 100 CR is for C5. And the question is the total profit made by all 5 companies. So what is the total of all of them? This is what the question is asking you. 81 plus 90, that is 171, plus 72, that is 243. 243 plus 195 gives me 438. So A option is the correct answer for us. I will looking at the number which is common among them and making that number equal can immediately make our job easy because here C2 was the number which was common. तो उसको हमने देखा एक जगह पे 10 है, एक जगह पे 18 है. 10 वाले को 9 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, it would become 90. 18 को 5 से, that would become 90. And after making it 90, we can find out all the values with respect to 90. Through this, we can get the answer. Right, everyone? I'm sure you all understood this as well. The answer to this question was 438 CR, and this time I saw Music Core was first, Varun was second, and then Dipankar was third. Let's see in the next question what happens, who answers this fastest. Question number 5 is here on your screen. Yes, yes, we can take LCM, Varun. That's correct. Okay, now I feel that you guys have already done these questions. Therefore, you are answering this fast. The moment I show the question, you answer. And some people must be feeling, यार लोग इतना जल्दी कैसे कर ले रहे हैं? Looks like you guys have already done these questions, right? रिमेंबर, हाँ हाँ, अब मुझे लग रहा है, बिकॉज जैसे ही क्वेश्चन देता हूँ एकदम से आंसर आ जाता है. So Aditya said A, Guru Prasad said D, Varun said D, Praj Thakur got A, Intellectens got B. Varun, these are previous year CAT questions, so we might have done it n number of times at n number of places. Because of course it becomes important as well when these are actual paper questions, so they become important too. Ritik Singh got A, Sajid got D, Soumya Jain got 1:1, that is A. Let's have a look at this then. देखते हैं क्या आंसर आता है. A stall sells popcorns and chips in the packets of three sizes, large, super, and jumbo. The number of large, super, and jumbo packets in the stock are in the ratio of 7, 17, 16 for popcorn and for 6, 15, 14 for chips. The total number of popcorns in the pockets in the stock is same as that of chips packets in the number of jumbo popcorn and jumbo chips packet. So popcorn का ratio है 7:17:16. If I add them, I get 40. Chips का जो ratio है that is 6:15:14. If I add them, I get 35. The number of packets of popcorn and chips are same. So of course, this 40 and 35 to be multiplied with numbers such that they become same. तो अगर मैं इसको मल्टीप्लाई कर देता हूं 7 से और इसको मल्टीप्लाई कर देता हूं 8 से, दे बोथ विल बिकम 240. दिस सॉरी 280. दिस इज 280 एज वेल एज 35 into 8 is also 280. तो दोनों को 8, इसको 7 को इससे 8 से मल्टीप्लाई करें. सो नाउ number of popcorn packets when multiplied by 7 they would become 49. 7 into 7 119. 16 into 7 112. Whereas chips packets multiplied by 8, 6 into 8 48, 15 into 8 120, and 14 into 8 112. Now what is the question asking? Number of jumbo popcorn packets. Jumbo popcorn packets are 112 and jumbo chips packets, they are also 112. Question is asking about their ratio. So their ratio is 1:1. So 1:1 is the correct answer. A option. वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. लुक्स लाइक आई मीन, अगर मैं आपको ये ना कहूं कि कैट के क्वेश्चंस एंड देन आई गिव यू दीस क्वेश्चंस एंड आई आस्क यू कैन सच ए क्वेश्चन अपीयर इन कैट, प्रोबेबली यू वुड से कि नहीं नहीं इतने आसान क्वेश्चन कैट में कहां आते हैं. बट यस, कैट हैज बीन आस्किंग such easy questions to you for many years now. Somehow we have made I mean huge we have blown it out of proportion actually, otherwise you would see the difficulty level is not that big. चलिए, that was question number 5. The answer for the question was A, 1:1. We move on to the next question. Question number 6 is here now. हाँ जी, so Charu has given the first answer as A. Danyanesh then says A. Siddharth Singh got D. Anuja got A. Varun got A. Maitre got A. Music Core got A. Dipankar got A. Varun also got A. Okay. So if you remember the answers, that's not a good thing. I think we can do something else then, right? So I'm planning to take a series very soon in which I'll be making some new questions for you. The questions would be absolutely of cat type, but different figures, different options. At least you won't remember the questions and you have to solve them, right? सुने हुए questions हो सकते हैं, लेकिन figures अलग होंगी, concept same हो सकता है. So at least you would be trying them by yourself then. चलिए जी, let's do this question now. क्या कहता है ये question? Let's try this. It says a class consists of 20 boys and 30 girls. So there are 20 boys, 30 girls. In the mid-semester examination, the average score of the girls was 5 more than the boys. So if the boys had an average of A, the girls had an average of A plus 5. The average of girls was 5 more than that of boys. In the final exam, however, the average score of the girls dropped by 3. There are 30 girls, their average dropped by 3. So 30 girls, average dropped by 3. So the total dropped by 90. The total dropped by 90. While the average score of the entire class increased by 2. Entire class means 50 students. So for all 50 students, it increased by 2. That means in total, there is an increase of 100. So in total, there is an increase of 100. In girls, there is a decrease of 90. Still, there is an increase of 100. So can I say in boys, there must have been an increase of 190, such that 190 minus 90 must have become 100. So that means among the boys, there is an overall increase of 190. And how many boys are there? 20 boys. If in 20 boys, there is an increase of 190, so per person increase is 190 by 20, which is 9.5. And that's exactly what is asking you, the increase in the average score of the boys. So increase in the average score of boys is 9.5. So A option is the correct answer. Is that clear, everyone? Is the method clear? I am sure थोड़ा सा मतलब different सा है. We have done it by this deviation method, but should be clear to all of you. Averages actually become pretty easy once you do these questions using this deviation concept. This will always make your job easy. Okay, everyone. So that was question number 6. So Ritik said no. Is this yes, Soumya Jain? Another method is also there. So I'll explain the other method as well once again. Other method is very simple. 20 boys and 30 girls are there. Average of boys is A, average of girls is A plus 5. So the total of the class is 20A plus 30 into A plus 5. Right? Then he says in the final exam, however, the average score of the girls dropped by 3. If average score of the girls dropped by 3, so their average would become A plus 2 because it has dropped by 3. While the average score of the entire class increased by 2. पूरी क्लास का एवरेज जो था वो 2 से इंक्रीज हो गया. What was the average of the entire class? Total score divided by total students. This was the total overall average. He says this has increased by 2. So this plus 2 is equal to, ये 2 से increase हुआ है, right? This plus this minus 2, I'm sorry, अगर increase हुआ है तो इसका मतलब इसमें से अगर मैं 2 minus कर दूं तो I will get the previous average then, which was equal to 20. अरे नहीं, प्लस ही करना है. The new average we are calculating 20 into x plus 30 into a plus 2 divided by 50. X is the new average of the boys. मैं फिर बता देता हूं, थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजिंग हो गया है. So let me just try once again. 20 boys, their average is A. 30 girls, their average is A plus 5. The total score of all of them 20 into A, 30 into A plus 5. ये total score हुआ. Divided by 50 is the total average that is currently there. He says that average increased by 2. So this average has increased by 2. When? When the average score of the girls dropped by 3. तो girls का average 3 से drop हो गया तो A plus 2 हो गया. और boys के average में क्या change है ये बताना है. So the boys average, let us say it has become X. अगर ये x है तो a के मुकाबले how more or less it is. Once you solve it, definitely you will get x is equal to a plus 9.5, and which will tell you that the boys average has increased by 9.5. So by that method, probably you could have answered this question. तो वंस अगेन आई वुड से आपको दिख रहा होगा थोड़ा सा ज्यादा लेंथी बन जाता है. सो एक बार मैं फिर बता देता हूं. द मेथड दैट आई डिस्कस्ड इनिशियली, व्हाट वाज दैट मेथड? देयर आई सेड कि अगर आप इस पे ध्यान दीजिए दैट द गर्ल्स एवरेज डिक्रीज्ड बाय 3 and there are 30 girls. So can I say at average decrease of 3 in 30 girls, that means total decrease of 90? A total decrease of 90 was there amongst the girls, and among all the students there is an increase of 2. So among all 50 people there is an increase of 2, so there is an increase of 100. तो टोटल में 100 का इंक्रीज है, गर्ल्स में 90 का डिक्रीज है, तो यहां पक्का 190 होगा. ओनली देन इट कैन बिकम 100. This 190 increase is among the 20 boys. 20 boys में 190 का increase है, तो per boy increase कितना है? That is equal to 9.5. So that also can be done. I always feel that without variables the questions always become better. तो कोशिश किया कीजिए, मेरे ख्याल से आपको ज्यादा अच्छा उसी से समझ में आएगा. ठीक है? That was question number 6 with an answer of A 9.5. Let's have a look at the question number 7. Try question number 7 now. Varun is the first one to answer. Varun says B. Okay. Then Ritik Singh says A. We have got only two answers till now from Varun and Ritik. Dipankar got B, which is 28. Any other answer? Anjani Tiwari got B answer. Okay. Siddharth Singh got B. Okay. Let's have a look at the question then. Chaliye. So the question says the average height of 22 toddlers increased by 2 when two of them leave the group. So let us say there are 22 toddlers and their average height is A, right? Their average height is A. He said two of them went away. If these two of them went away, they of course took away their A's, their average of A. Had they taken away an average of A, the average remaining would also have been A. So this is how you look at the questions of averages. This will make your job easy. कभी भी करके देखिएगा, आपको आसान लगेगा. 22 people have an average height of A. So just visualize there are 22 people. Everyone is with A height. उसमें से 2 people went out. अब वो 2 भी तो अपना A लेके जाएंगे ना. Those 2 went out with an average of A. So the remaining 20 will also have an average of A height. But he says that this increases by 2 when 2 of them leave the group. So these two guys took away their A's, but the average of remaining 20 people increased by 2. इसका मतलब to the remaining 20 people, these two guys gave 2 inches each. To the remaining 20 people who were with A, these two guys have given 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, all of them, such that they now they have an average of A plus 2. So these two guys when went out with an average of A, that means a total of 2A, they also gave back 40 to the remaining 20 people. That means they went out with 2A minus 40. Now he says the average height of these two toddlers. What is the average height of these two toddlers? It is 2A minus 40 by 2. Is one third the average height of the original 22? Original 22 की average height थी A, तो वो कह रहा है ये इसके one third के बराबर है. Then the average height of the remaining 20 toddlers. तो बाकी 20 की आपको average height बतानी है. यहां से जरा इसको solve करते हैं. 2 से it will cancel out. And I will have 3A minus 60 is equal to A, or A is equal to 30. If A is equal to 30, then what is the average height of the remaining 20 toddlers? Average height of the remaining 20 toddlers is increased by 2. So A 30 hai, to increased by 2 is 32. Our answer for this question is option C, which is 32 inches. So C is the correct answer. समझ आई मेरी बातें? मैं एक बार फिर बोल देता हूं. आई थिंक इट विल बी मोर क्लियर टू यू. Just visualize 22 people are in a room. Everyone is having A. That is his height. Two of them went out. Of course, they went out with their A's. So two A's went out. But when these two A's went out, we saw that everyone inside the room, the remaining 20 people, they all have A plus 2. Where from that extra 2 came to them? Extra 2 with each one of the 20 people remaining. That is 40. वो 40 कहां से आया? Those two guys who went out, they gave back these two. 40. तो इसका मतलब वो 40 दे गए हम लोगों को. तो अगर वो 40 दे गए तो कितना बचा मेरे पास? 2A minus 40. This 2A minus 40 was the average of all, sorry, the total of those two guys who went out. अब उनका टोटल अगर 2A minus 40 है, एवरेज कितना आएगा? 2A minus 40 by 2. He says this is one third of the original average, which was A. तो 2A minus 40 by 2 is one third of A by 3, one third of A. उसको सॉल्व करके you can get A as 30, and therefore the remaining 20 people will have 30 plus 2. विदाउट वेरिएबल कैसे करेंगे सौरभ? मुझे नहीं लगता इसमें हम लोग विदाउट वेरिएबल कर पाएंगे. द क्वेश्चन इज, ही सेड दैट इट इज इक्वल टू वन थर्ड ऑफ द ओरिजिनल एवरेज, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट इट इज बिकमिंग अ लिटिल डिफिकल्ट. अदरवाइज प्रोबेबली वी कुड हैव ट्राइड. यहां पे मुझे डाउट हो रहा है कि शायद हम कर पाएंगे ऐसा. आई डाउट इट. ओके जी, सौम्या कुछ कह रही है ऑप्शन से कर सकते हैं क्या? ऑप्शन से प्रोबेबली वी कैन ट्राई, राइट सौम्या? लेट मी जस्ट ट्राई वंस. अगर आप कह रहे हैं तो let me just try. I try with 30. ठीक है. This 30 is the average of the remaining 20 toddlers, which is after increasing by 2. So initially 22 toddlers had an average of 28 इसका मतलब. So what was the total of all these guys? That is 625 minus 9, which is 616, right? अब उसके बाद वो कहता है that when two of them leave, the group average increases by 2, and these two have an average which is one third the average of the original 22. अब ओरिजिनल थी 30. 30 का वन थर्ड कितना आ जाएगा? 30 का वन थर्ड वुड, सॉरी, ओरिजिनल थी 28. 28 का वन थर्ड कितना आ जाएगा? इट इज इक्वल टू 28 by 3. नहीं, मुश्किल होगा. आई मीन दैट वेज प्रोबेबली चेकिंग वन सिंगल ऑप्शन, उसमें पूरी मेहनत लगेगी. देन यू चुक द सेकंड ऑप्शन, उसमें भी पूरी मेहनत लगेगी. आई वुड से नॉट डूएबल. बेहतर ये कि ना करें, ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा. Why we subtract 40? Intelligence, because these guys not only went out with the 2A, they also gave the remaining 40 to these people. तभी तो एवरेज दो दो से इंक्रीज हुई. Had they went out with only an average of A, तो इनकी एवरेज इंक्रीज क्यों होती है? It would have remained A. So where from that increase of 2 came? That increase of 2 came when you actually gave them back this much. उसी लिए बढ़ रही है. 84 ले सकते हैं दोनों की. Not by I mean our choice, सौरभ, because 2 inches is an absolute number given in the question. तो आप अपनी मर्जी से कोई नंबर अज्यूम नहीं कर सकते हैं इस केस में. ओके, चलिए जी, I'll move ahead then to next question. That is question number 8 now on your screen is here. Let me see who answers this fastest. वरुण, इसमें भी डेविएशन मुश्किल हो जाती है यूज करनी. आई थिंक दिस वाज द ओनली मेथड थ्रू विच वी कुड डू इट इजीली. डेविएशन थोड़ी मुश्किल रहती है. So here is question number 8. Saurabh, average 44 kahan tha? We did not know what was the average initially. There were 22 toddlers. How do we know what was the average? Varun says A or B. Mohit Upadhyay got D. Okay. Dipankar also got D. Okay. Three answers till now. Varun, Mohit, and Dipankar. Harika Jayaram says D. Okay. Maitre Dhawan also got D. Varun got D. Okay. Siddharth also got D. Let's have a look at this. Karna shuru karte hain. Intelligence also got D. Consider three mixtures. The first having water and liquid in a ratio of 1 is to 2. So water and A are in a ratio of 1 is to 2. The second has water and liquid B in a ratio of 1 is to 3. And third has water and liquid C in a ratio of 1 is to 4. He says these three mixtures respectively are further mixed in a ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 2. Then the resulting mixture has what? So now see 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, but I have to take it as 4 parts. 1 plus 3 is 4, I have to take 3 parts. 1 plus 4 is 5, I have to take 2 parts. So therefore always try to make these numbers a multiple of these. इसका मतलब 1 plus 2 3 है, I want to make it a multiple of 3. ये 1 plus 3 4 है, I want to make it a multiple of 4. ये 1 plus 4 5 है, I want to make it a multiple of 5. So I want the ratio to be a multiple of 3, 4 and 5. So let's multiply the ratio by 60. तो वो 3, 4, 5 तीनों का multiple बन जाएगा. Let's multiply by 60. If I multiply by 60, this would be 240, this would be 180, and this would be 120. So 240, 180 and 120, I can say these are the quantities that we have now. इसमें देखिए अब डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना बहुत आसान हो जाएगा अब हम लोगों के लिए, right? Let's try that. 240 divided in a ratio of 1 is to 2. So how much water, how much A? 240 divided in a ratio of 1 is to 2. 80 would be water, 160 would be A. यहां पे आ जाओ. 180 divided in a ratio of 1 is to 3. How much water, how much B? So 180 को 1 is to 3 के रेशियो में डिवाइड करोगे तो 45 water, 135 B. Similarly, third one, 120 divided in a ratio of 1 is to 4. So how much water, how much C? 120 को 1 is to 4 में बांटोगे तो ये बन जाएगा 24 और ये बन जाएगा 96. So ultimately I have 8 plus 4, 12 plus 2, 14, 149 liters of water, 160A, 135B and 96C, right? 149A, sorry, water, 160A, 135B and 96C. So no two of them are equal. So therefore this is wrong, this is wrong. And more water than liquid B, that is definitely correct. So my answer should have been option C. Whereas everyone else has given the answer as D. Why is that so? Is the solution clear to all of you? We have to take the three quantities in a ratio of 4, 3, 2. But first one is having them in a ratio of 1 is to 2 where the total is 3. तो अगर मुझे 3 का मल्टीपल भी चाहिए, 4 का भी चाहिए, सो जस्ट मल्टीप्लाई बाय 3, तो वो 4 इंटू 3 बन के वो दोनों का मल्टीपल बन जाएगा. Similarly, in the second one, I needed a multiple of 4, so I multiplied by 4. In the third one, I needed a multiple of 5, so I multiplied by 5. तो मुझे 3 का मल्टीपल भी चाहिए, 4 का भी, 5 का भी, so I multiplied the whole ratio by 60. So now I can say 432 can also be written as 240, 180, 120, and you will see that distributing them in these ratios will always become easy for you then. 240 को आप 1:2 के रेशियो में एकदम से ज्यादा अच्छे से डिवाइड कर पाओगे. सेम विद 180 एंड सेम विद 120 एज वेल. ओके जी, आई एम श्योर दैट दिस इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. सबको समझ गए हैं आप? ठीक है. हालांकि उसने एक मिस्टेक की है, दे शुड नॉट हैव रिटन दीज थ्री मिक्सचर्स ऑफ ए बी. अच्छा नहीं, ठीक लिखा हुआ है, मिक्सचर्स ऑफ एबीसी. मुझे लगा मिक्सचर एबीसी लिखा हुआ है, फिर तो गलत है, बिकॉज एबीसी आर ऑलरेडी नेम्ड एज द लिक्विड्स. मिक्सचर ऑफ एबीसी इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. चलिए जी, that was question number 8. We move on to question number 9 now, after which we will have one more question for today. Here is question number 9 for all of you. ऋतिक सिंह, yes, we can take other methods as well. 432 में आप 4a 3a 2a मान के उनको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करके you will get all values in terms of a then. So बस कोशिश हम लोगों की ये होनी चाहिए वैसे तो, that we should be able to save time. So I mean there is no shorter method than that. There can be longer methods for sure. Education world got 60. Okay, Dipankar got 60. Mohit Upadhyay also got 60. Only two answers that we have got till now. Let us start doing it then. A CAT aspirant appears for a certain number of tests. His average score increases by 1 if the first 10 tests are not considered, and decreases by 1 if the last 10 tests are not considered. If his average score for the first 10 and last 10 are 20 and 30, find the number of tests. So let us say these are all the tests. Okay, and these are the first 10 tests, these are the last 10 tests. So let us say there are n more tests between them. Okay, can we assume that first n tests, last n tests, in the middle we have first 10 tests, last 10 tests, and in the middle we have n tests. The average of these 10 is 20. the average of these 10 is 30. Let us say the average of these n is A. The average of these n is A. So I can say the total of these 10 is 200, the total of these 10 is 300, and the total of these n is n into A. Okay, I hope this is clear. टोटल मेरे पास जितने भी टेस्ट हैं उसमें फर्स्ट 10 ले लिए, लास्ट 10 ले लिए, इन द मिडल लेट अस से देयर आर n टेस्ट. फर्स्ट 10 का एवरेज इज 20, सो टोटल इज 200. लास्ट 10 का एवरेज इज 30, सो द टोटल इज 300. In the middle we have n tests whose average is A, so the total is NA. Now what is the question saying? He says his average score increases by 1 if the first 10 tests are not considered and decreases by 1 if the last 10 tests are not considered. So what is the current average? एक बार पहले तो current average देख लेते हैं. Current average is 9A plus 200 plus 300, that is equal to 500 divided by n plus 20. Okay, अभी मेरा करंट का एवरेज है ये. He says this average increases by 1. ये 1 से इंक्रीज हो जाती है कब? If the first 10 are not considered. अगर मैं first 10 को ना कंसीडर करूं तो टोटल कितना आएगा? Na plus 300 divided by n plus 10. And it will decrease by 1 if the last 10 are not considered. तो अब जरा अगर मैं लास्ट 10 को ना कंसीडर करूं तो कितना बनेगा? Na plus 500 by n plus 20 minus 1 is equal to Na plus 200 divided by n plus 10. यही कह रहा है ना क्वेश्चन. आई होप यू ऑल आर विद मी ऑन दिस. यही सब समझ में आ रही है आपको बातें? ठीक है, अब यहां से क्या करना है? वी जस्ट हैव टू सॉल्व देम एंड व्हाट वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट इज द टोटल नंबर ऑफ टेस्ट टेकन बाय हिम. टेस्ट कैसे मिलेंगे? जस्ट सब्ट्रैक्ट द सेकंड इक्वेशन फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट इक्वेशन सो दैट दीज कैन कैंसल आउट स्ट्रेट अवे. ये तो पक्का कट जाएंगे ना, कैंसल आउट हो जाएंगे. 1 minus minus 1 is 2 is equal to Na plus 300 upon n plus 10 minus Na plus 200 upon n plus 10. क्योंकि दोनों में नीचे n plus 10 है तो ऊपर वाले Na कैंसल आउट हो गए. 300 minus 200 is 100, so 100 upon n plus 10. So I can say that 2n plus 20 is equal to 100 or n is equal to 40. If n is equal to 40, what can you say? 40 tests are here, 10 tests are here, 10 tests are here, so the total number of tests is equal to 60. This is what the question is asking you, that what is the total number of tests taken? The total number of tests taken is equal to 60. Slightly lengthy question, I would say slightly difficult as well, probably not doable during the exam time, but yes, अगर इसको थोड़ा सा आप लॉजिकली करोगे यू कैन प्रोबेबली डू इट फास्टर अगेन. ठीक है, इसको भी आप थोड़ा सा तेज कर पाओगे, but generally of course we go by the method in which we are most comfortable, and this is the most comfortable method for most of us. जल्दी बताइए कि आप सबको समझ आया है, right? Can I move on to the next question? अगर आपको एवरेज का डेविएशन वाला मेथड आता है ना, सो यू कुड हैव डन दिस क्वेश्चन एक्चुअली वेरी फास्ट, राइट? तो इससे भी काफी तेज हो जाता. आई विल जस्ट गिव यू एन आइडिया. आई मीन इफ यू नो डेविएशन मेथड, सो जस्ट ट्राई दैट वंस. प्रोबेबली वी कैन डू इट अ लिटिल फास्टर. नहीं आता है तो थोड़ा सा दिक्कत हो सकता है, बट आई जस्ट टेल यू द आइडिया. 10 tests, n tests, 10 tests. Their average is A, their average is 20, their average is 30. Now the point is, when these are excluded, the impact on average is exactly the same when these are excluded, right? So 10 tests अगर आप ये वाले exclude कर रहे हो तो average 1 से बढ़ रही है. 10 tests ये वाले exclude कर रहे हो तो average 1 से decrease हो रही है. The impact is exactly same when 10 tests are excluded from that side or from that side, right? That means the deviation by the original average on this side and deviation from the original average this side, they must have been same. क्योंकि जितना डेविएशन होता है उसी की वजह से तो एवरेज में चेंज आता है, राइट? Whenever there is a deviation, that deviation is distributed among all. So deviation must be equal on both sides. इसीलिए तो सेम इंपैक्ट आ रहा है. दोनों के जाने से मेरे को एक का इंपैक्ट मिल रहा है. That means the deviation is equal, which means this is 25. And if this is 25, now take any of the two parts. The point is, when 10 people go out with an average of 20, that means a deviation of 5 is there in 10 people. So minus 50 का deviation आना चाहिए. But he says average score मेरा कितने से change हो रहा है? It is decreasing by 1. So अगर 1 से decrease हो रहा है, इसका मतलब ये है n is equal to 50. If n is equal to, और n है ये basically इन सब का sum, right? ये वो लोग हैं 50 जो 10 के अलावा हैं, इंक्लूडिंग द अपर 10. So 50 people are these, including the upper 10. 10 people are the first 10. So the total number of tests is equal to 60, which gives us the answer. मैंने आपको n 10 10 करके इसलिए दिखाया था, so that you can understand that okay, this is 110, this is the last 10, and बीच में n. When 10 are excluded, so the deviation created by them is all the remaining ones, which are n plus 10. n plus 10 पे 50 का deviation आ रहा है, और पर हर एक पे एक का deviation आ रहा है. इसका मतलब n plus 10 is 50. अगर वो 50 है तो उधर वाले जो 10 बच गए वो और जोड़ दो. The total number of tests will become equal to 100. Okay. सो आई होप यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट. अगर नहीं समझ आया होगा तो प्लीज ट्राई इट बाय वंस अगेन, बिकॉज अगर आपको डेविएशन मेथड नहीं आएगा तो ये समझ नहीं आएगा. सो प्लीज रीड डेविएशन मेथड वंस अगेन, प्रोबेबली देन यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट बेटर. Otherwise, of course, we can't teach the method over here. That will take a long time. So please do read the deviation method, then do this question. ना समझ आए तो फिर एक बार जो है मुझे कांटेक्ट उसमें बताइएगा, जो आपका नीचे कमेंट सेक्शन है. आई वुड आंसर देयर. Okay, intellectants, I would suggest just please read deviation method once, then again look at this solution. I'm sure you would understand by yourself then. फिर भी डाउट हो तो मुझे बताइएगा जरूर. And we come on to the last question of the day. So here is the last one. Let's see what is your answer for this question. सौम्यधन डेफिनेटली नहीं है. राउंड वन का तो क्वेश्चन वो पक्का ही नहीं था. That is a kind of question when you have already done approximately 40% of the questions at least. उसके बाद आप उसको करने के बारे में सोचोगे. 40% का मतलब आप 95-96 परसेंटाइल पे आ गए हो. उसके बाद you can think of doing such a question. Okay, music core got D. Dipankar also got D. Mohit Upadhyay got D. Praj Thakur got D. Charu Smriti got D. Okay. चलिए करते हैं. Raju and Lalita originally had marbles in the ratio of 4:9. So Raju and Lalita had marbles in a ratio of 4:9. Lalita gave some of her marbles to Raju. As a result, the ratio of the number of marbles with Raju to that with Lalita became 5:6. So Lalita gave some of her marbles to Raju. So कहने से when Lalita gave some of the marbles to Raju, the total number of marbles is not going to change. वो तो same ही रहेंगे, isn't it? दो ही लोग हैं. One person gave the marbles to the other person. Total with two of them is going to remain same. यहां पे मेरा टोटल आ रहा था 13, यहां पे टोटल आ रहा था 11. The total should be same. So what should I do? Let's multiply it by 11. Let's multiply it by 13. Total दोनों का same हो जाएगा. So the first ratio can also be written as 44 is to 99. The second ratio can also be written as 65 is to 78. And now you see, if Lalita gave 99 minus 78, that is 21 marbles to Raju, marbles will have 21 marbles more. The original ratio was 4:9 and now the ratio is 5:6. पूछ क्या रहा आपसे? What fraction of her original number of marbles was given by Lalita to Raji? So original was 99. She gave 21. So what fraction was that? 21 divided by 99 or 7 by 33. So D option is the right answer for us. 7 by 33 of the original number of marbles has been given by Lalita to Raju. That is the final answer. आई होप सबको समझ आ गई मेरी बात ये. Right everyone, no doubt about it. समझ गए सब लोग? That was the last question of the day with an answer of 7 by 33 and that's all for today guys. Yes, we have told you about this before as well that we are having all India open mock starting from 14th October till 22nd of October and you will get to know about all of this in the NMED mock must write for everyone. Also, we are starting this last lab 2 cat from 17th of October every day at 7 p.m. So do join us over there as well. It is going to be an extremely useful session for you for CAT preparation. Also, NMAT analysis was there yesterday, I suppose, at 5 p.m. if you would have seen that. And if anyone is preparing for CAT 2023, or if you are looking for the test series for, CAT 2022, this is all that we are offering here. You can see here that in the test series, we have 9,500 plus practice questions, 70 plus mocks, and there are a lot many things which are there. And in the 2023 comprehensive batch, we cover each and everything that is required to reach into the final college. Okay. We are also on all these media handles, guys. That's all from my side. Thank you very much. I hope that you liked this session and we'll keep having more such sessions in the future. Keep coming to the sessions. It's going to be good learning for all of you. Thank you very much, guys. Are you also giving this mock, sir? Not Mohit. I would not be able to write it. But yes, I am also not writing the actual NMET exam. So therefore, it doesn't make sense for me to write. Okay. Bye bye, everyone. Good night. Have a good day. Tada. Take care.